Hello from Oman. We are here for the 2023 season of Oman International Drift Championship. I'm excited to be back. We've had a few days here in Oman. We're preparing the S14 and finally it's D-Day. It is competition day number 1, round 1. So I'm excited to be here. The car looks good. Got Dean Martin with us. How are you feeling, Dean?
Good after yesterday. Hitting the rollers told us a lot of things.
We had a bit of a clutch slip on the roller. We put the car in the roller to see if everything was okay because we put a new clutch into it. Quick pull of the gearbox, quick little shim changes thanks to the Australian guys. What's up, dudes? So so it's going to be an awesome couple of weeks here. Obviously we got Reese as well with us as well. What's up, Reese? Put on stickers. Usually it's me doing this on Photoshop for the esports cars, but now he's taking over for the real car. So yeah, it should be a good time here. Really looking forward to getting on track. And yeah, really excited to be over here. It's going to be really fun to have. So, yeah. Let's hit some practice. Let's hope we do good in qualifying. Catch you guys in a bit.
So the best way to figure out how you are going to do in a drift competition is how your first lap is on a new track layout. Now I've got no sim experience on this particular layout. I had no training previously. So this right here is my first lap and let's see how we do. If it's a good lap, we could be on for a good weekend. If it's a bad lap, we've got a lot of work to do. Oh, right, okay. That was not a bad run. That was pretty good. Right, let's do 2 more, exactly the same, and I think we're set for qualifying.
What does the tires look like?
They're not dead, like they're not even hitting the nubs, but they're just a bit away from.
Right, like how bad are they ready? Could they do another run?
I reckon there's another run in them.
Alright, let's one more.
Yeah, like, I'll wait.
That was good, that, eh?
Yeah, it looks solid. I'm gonna wait here, but look like
pressure for qualifying. Woo!
Right, qualifying time. Pretty simple, right? Just gotta do what we've been doing in practice. That's it. clutch issues are back to haunt us, and this time it looks to be a little bit more serious than what we initially thought. There's clutch fluid underneath the floor of the car, and also releasing of the pedal doesn't seem to be the greatest. Now we have two options: either we take a risk, do a second qualifying run, and we'll worry about the problem later and have an easier bracket tomorrow if we score higher in qualifying, or call it quits, take our 85-point score and fix the problem right now. I'm a bit of a risk taker, so I think we should go for that second one. Oh man, that clutch is toast. Man, that was a good run all the same though. At least it was an 87 or something. I don't know. It doesn't even matter at this point. We've got a long night ahead of us. But at least if the risk was worth it, we get first place in qualifying. Means we might have an easy path tomorrow to the top 4. And that's what we need.
Okay, well, that was good, that, mate. That was really good.
Okay, so it's day 2, it's time for battles, and by this stage we had 0 laps in practice. Everyone else had between 4 to 6 to even 8 laps of tandem practice, and we had 0. So heading into this battle, I didn't want to take any risks. I didn't want to overgrip the car and not be able to drive and make a stupid mistake. So we went a bit conservative on the car setup, and in hindsight it was probably an okay decision to make. I think we could have done much better. But we're up against Nasser and his Nissan 370Z. He's on the super grippy tires, he's got a super fast car, but he did qualify 32nd, and there must be a reason for that. So he's got nothing to lose, we've got everything to lose, so we'll just do my proper lead run, and we hope that in the chase position we can keep up. Right, here we go. Leaving the start line, we go through our first 3 gears, and we're going to do a flick initiation like we did, but everything right now that I'm doing is a little bit conservative because I'm concerned about the grip of the track. I'm not really sure what's happening. However, as you can see, we're doing a really good lead run here, all things considering, and Nasser in the chase position is actually struggling with matching our line and angle. We dropped 2 wheels right there. Dropping a wheel over the white line was considered a wheel off, and I think we basically dropped 2 there. But for the rest of this run, it's been pretty clean, and considering that we had 0 laps of practice, it was actually a pretty decent run, all things considering. Nasser was right there with us the whole time, making 0 mistakes. Well, I mean, he was making mistakes, but he had proximity. Right here, you can see is really sending us to push, and yeah, I could kind of tell from the live stream camera that we had seen beside the track that how close he was to me, so I knew we had to push. So switch positions. This time I'm not chasing Nasser, and we're going to have to do a decent job in the chase position and follow his line and try and match his angle to do the best that we can to move on into top 16. But as you could see, man, look how fast this 370Z is. It is ridiculous. But you could see he's barely making clipping points. He's barely fulfilling the zones. He's not really carrying a lot of angle in places, but I think he's doing kind of what he needs to do to better us. However, he is making a lot of mistakes, and you know, the judges did ask us if we did lose proximity to get back onto the chase line and to follow the lead driver and the line that they're taking. And you can see he's leaving zones early, he's having wobbles. He actually missed this outer zone entirely, and where we got it in the chase position. So I mean, I don't know, at this point it could go any direction whatsoever. It could be 50-50 one more time, or it could go to Nasser, or it could go to me, to be honest with you. However, I feel like it was either Nasser or one more time would be the right call in this decision, and it went one more time.
You okay?
Yeah, fuck all grip out there, man. No? No grip at all.
He must be on some sticky tyres,
He's on Valinos, yeah. Right. Drop pressures to 14.
14, I was thinking so. Yeah,
Well,
literally no grip.
No, there's no fucking grip out there, man.
Why are you stopping, mate?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So what do you want to do?
Go down
Your bonnet was too hot.
What?
Your bonnet was too hot.
There was no grip in them.
Huh?
There was no grip.
Where do you want to go?
Go down to 12. I'll do somewhere similar burnout.
guys slot their cars into gear. They look for the green light. It'll be Hines to lead out Mercer in that Nissan 370Z. Nice aggression from Mercer as he goes for the back bumper straight away of Alan Hines. Alan Hines fast though, looks for a big, high, wide line from Hines as he fulfills all of that outside zone. But there's Mercer right with him. Oh, stalls up on transition, almost contact. And Mercer getting his nose all up in Alan Hines' business. On that transition, almost caused him to make contact there. Nice transition back now as they look for outside zone 6, and Hines fulfills it as Mercer now waits for that transition back. Through the smoke he comes. Hines doing an incredible job in the lead. Across. This is top 32. We are bringing these guys down to top 16 for the show to start. Later on this evening, under the lights, oh, big understeer, and he's in the wall! Huge understeer there from Mercer, he just couldn't hold on to it. Lead out Ali Al-Shahani for the first battle of the top 16. Through the gears, big initiates, nice and deep, on that perfect. Trying to smoke screen Alan Hines, it's slightly Shahani not on a perfect zone 5, they transition back, sorry 6. In our first place qualifier, the Irishman Alan Hines to take on Ukrainian Dimitrio onto the back bumper, onto the side, looks for the front wheel, gives Alan Hines the room to manoeuvre now. Starts to lose a little bit of ground as Hines now puts foot to floor, tries to drive away and flicks that car across the circuit. Alan Hines goes for the dive up the door, look at the angle, distance he was going to put between himself, and look at Alan Hines bullying Dimitrio as they come through outside zone 4, they transition back. Alan Hines gets through the gears, absolutely screaming, but the ham's on the back, starts to put some distance between him and Deham, but allowed to get up close and personal. Absolutely screaming away, and it looks like the favour repaid from Alan Hines. Oh, pushes him around the final corner. He looks for him once again on the front wheel across the line.
So we've just lost to the Ham in the top 4, and now we've got Edgar Krogris to try and get that third step on that podium. But what we got to do is the lead one that we've been doing all night. And as you can see straight away, Edgar struggles on initiation. He has a hesitation. Look at the gap that we have over him going into outside zone 3. As we now transition into outside zone 4, it's only now Edgar has a fight. But he actually starts to drop back a tiny bit. He gains some proximity but has to hesitate, and he loses even more proximity. As we transition into outside zone 5, we head up to outside zone 6. And as you can see, we still have a 2 to 3 car length gap over Edgar. This is in the bag. We just got to finish off this run, switch positions now into the lead run, or the chase run should I say, and make sure we do a better job. Edgar initiates. He's a bit tight on the inner zone, but he works his way out to the outside zone 3. Car 3 wheels like crazy, but he wheel drops maybe 2 wheels, and we catch back up onto his door. We now transition through to the next outside zone number 4, and Edgar is doing a pretty decent job, but we're right there with him, exactly where we need to be to get this battle. As we now transition now, a little too early, but Edgar runs a little bit wide. We end up wobbling, he ends up wheel dropping, and he ends up wheel dropping again right here. I think we've got this one in the bag. All we've got to do is just do that final transition, and I think we have that third step on the podium. Yes, third step on the podium. I can't believe it. Absolutely stoked. Our first podium of the 2023 season. We'll be back again for round 2 next week, so make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel and to keep up to date of our Oman adventures. That's it. Goodbye.